Yes. All right, welcome. My name is Stephan Schindewolf, working for SAP and responsible for the health engagement solution. So this is a patient-centric solution which allows the communication between doctors and their patients. And as we can see here on that slide, so basically this is the overall solution works. We have the patient on one side. The patient can use mobile apps, can use desktop apps, can use multiple of wearables integrated with that in order to collect their vital data, store it on the SAP Cloud Platform, and from there share that data with other stakeholders in the system, like their doctors, may publish the data further for research, and make it also available for statistics analysis. And obviously here the core part is the device integration, and so there we are very pleased to have partnered up with Validic in order to provide their capabilities here in order to tie in those wearables into this ecosystem. So let's have a look how that would work. So I'm logged on here now to my patient portal. And I have here one application which is basically looking into the connected devices. And I can from here go directly into the Validic marketplace. And from here basically get the overview on my different wearables which I have in access here, what I can connect. Right now I'm connected to my Fitbit device here. I'm connected also to some eye health sensors to collect data about blood pressure and blood glucose. And I could very easily select any one of those additional wearables here and directly connect using the Validic technology behind. So having done that, right now I'm tracking data for blood glucose and blood pressure, which is coming from an eye health sensor. And steps as well as weight, which is coming from my Fitbit trackers in here. So this is basically the data what I'm collecting and what I can share from here with my doctor. And so as a next step, we would like to take a look into the doctor's portal and see how the data basically is being used and retrieved. So I log out as a patient and go back into the system as the physician, so in this case Karen Black, selecting it here, log on to the SAP Cloud Platform. I'm now in the doctor's portal and have here basically overview about my patients. I can add new patients, I can manage my practice staff, I can run multiple health programs for diabetes, for cardiovascular, for diets and so forth, and can manage also the prescription requests. So these are just some sample applications what we are providing. So let's take a look into my patients, and I get here an overview basically of all patients what I've signed up for those programs. And we see here Stephan is signed up in here. Can select and get an overview, an instant overview basically of all the data which has been collected. And so we see here this morning I provided my last update on blood glucose and blood pressure. So my step data as well as my weight data has been collected in here. And I can easily go in here and do a drill down in order to get an overview about my daily activity, which was today not so good, but over the past days I was pretty active here running around on the show floor to collect my 10,000 plus steps in here. So the doctor gets an overview, so they can compare to the target values what we have defined and set up for each of those measures in here. We may take a look also into the blood pressure, get the overview basically about my blood pressure values which I've recorded basically over the past days in here. So we are providing also additional analytics capabilities in order to determine automatically if there are any kind of risk factors in there, if there's anything which should be brought to notice of the physician. So in case any kind of those values go off track, so that the doctor is automatically notified and can take action from here. And so this is basically a brief overview about the capabilities to collect that data. And the last thing what I would like to show is now from the program manager perspective, when we want to take a look into the overall program statistics. And so this is where all the HANA analytics capabilities come into play, where I can now use the HANA analytics tools in order to do a drill down of all my patient data what I have. And so I can easily get further insights here. So right now I have patient demographics broken down by age of the patients. So we see here the large portion is basically in the elderly range in here. And we can do a drill down, look into basically distribution by gender and so forth. And so we can easily generate additional views and insights into the data what we have collected from our patients. And so basically using the Validic technology makes it very easy for us in order to collect the information and bring it into the HANA database.